Hello, I am IceBeast and welcome to Hearts of Iron 4. This game is first fantastic and I just want to mention that. I've enjoyed playing it at the times I've played it. I'm going to start a new game right now. But before I start a new game actually, I'm just going to show you guys ever so briefly my United States game here. So let's get this bad boy rolled in. Just so you guys could see what the heck was going on here. Actually, I don't even have to load the game. Here I am, the beautiful United States of America. I had completely destroyed Japan and all the Japanese holdings somewhere around 1942. Maybe it was early 1943, I don't remember exactly. I also, of course, took Peru, because why the hell not? I kind of got screwed in the French-Spanish region. I liberated France. I also got screwed in Italy. I liberated most of Italy, but Yugoslavia took that in the peace agreement. These are basically the stuff after the peace agreements, just for clarity. Like Poland took all of this from Germany. But yeah, this is what's going on. We are currently at war with the Soviet Union in this game, but I decided that I had effectively accomplished my goals and didn't really care that I needed to get back to the Soviet Union. Anyways, let's go back and start a new game. That's what we're going to do right now. Start a new game. So yes, here we go. We're going to start in 1936. I think it gives us more time to prepare for whatever is going to happen. And the real question is still what country I want to play. So I'll tell you the countries that I got some votes for. There were votes for Poland, Italy, China over here, Canada. There were some decent votes for Canada up here. And I believe there was also a vote for Portugal. Now, this being my second real playthrough ever, I'm not quite ready to take on something as challenging as, let's say, China over here. I also think that for this playthrough, I want to stay in Europe just to, present the sort of main-ish theater of World War II. There's also the question of what do I want to do as Italy, or as France, or as Poland, or as Portugal. Probably not going to play as Portugal again for similar reasons. I just don't think I'm prepared for that. Canada, as much as I love you, it's just not this time. Maybe another playthrough I'll play as Canada. I think Canada's cool. I think there's lots of interesting stuff to do, but it's going to be very similar to the United States, except for with 1/10 the population and not nearly the manpower capabilities. So I think, to me, the options really are between Poland, Italy, and France. Why France, you say? Well, because France gets their butt kicked historically in World War II at the very beginning of the war. Although they do plenty of great things during the war, that's what happens. Poland, they get their butts kicked by a combined blitzkrieg of Germany and the Soviet Union. If I don't hold that off, I'll officially lose. And then Italy, because Italy is sort of the third brother in the Axis powers, the sort of the little brother of the Axis powers. So I might want to roll into Italy. Now, I'll tell you right now that I've been thinking about this a lot, and I'm still not quite sure which one I was going to do. But I think the answer is I'm going to do Italy, but I'm going to try to do a democratic Italy. So the goal here will be to get rid of this guy, Benito Mussolini, and go into a democratic Italy. So let's do that right now. We're going to start as Italy. If you guys are sad that I'm being the Italians, my apologies, but that it basically is what I feel like playing as. So let's do it. We're going to just keep the regular options here going. Are there any other options I want to roll here? I don't think any of them change here. Yeah, okay. So let's do it. I also wanted to pick a major power because major powers have defined focuses, although I know that they're slowly but surely gaining more focuses as they update the game for different countries, so that's cool. A few other things that I want to talk about while the game's loading. First, if this is the first time you've ever seen me play a game, I'll tell you right now that, if you're interested in the channel, you can like and subscribe and all that stuff. And for those of you who've watched my channel, you'll know that that's basically the only time I'm ever going to say that. So yes, we're basically done ever mentioning if you would like to like or subscribe to the channel. Now, I'll also be going through, I'll be trying to explain what the hell's going on a little bit for people who've never seen this game, although I'm assuming most people that find this and are watching it have seen this game. So the first thing we're going to do is select our technology to research. You get a penalty every time you're ahead of research. So if I came here and tried to research this, you'd see the technology is 2 years ahead of time. The more ahead of time, the bigger the penalty. So what I think I'm going to do is initially get support weapons. So we'll start researching support weapons there. We also heavily want to research electronic engineering here. We want to research, not atomic research, it's industry stuff that we want to research. We want to get increased production efficiency, and we want to get construction. It's basically what I would call the sort of standard research stuff. We do need some, what are we producing? Before I do that, let's figure out what we're producing. God, we have shit all for stuff. So what we need to do is free civilian factories. I have not a whole ton, but I think, do I want to build civilian factories? I think I do. We can only build one at a time, but we'll get 2 queued up. We have free military factories. We need plenty of infantry equipment, so we'll get that under construction. We've filled that. I'm just seeing what else we haven't filled yet. We have dockyards. We're building a battleship, which is probably just a complete and colossal waste of our time. In fact, I'm going to cancel. These ships are almost like have at least been started, so I'm not going to completely cancel it. But constructing battleships is not a particularly worthwhile effort. By the way, if you guys have suggestions on what I should be doing, please feel free to tell me what I should be doing. I'm going to put this actually back into here. I took it out to see if we needed other stuff, but we don't actually need other stuff at the moment. So the next thing we want to do is Pact of Steel. Italy is not a puppet. What I want to do is, like, most of these things are bad for me because they want nationalism. And I'm looking at switching to democracy. So what we do want to do, though, is get down to these extra research slots. Is there any other one that gives me an extra research slot? No. So I can only get one more research slot. Is that what this is telling me? So yeah, I do want to come down this path right away. So let's do that. We have no divisions in basic training. Yeah, so we should get just some regular infantry. Oh, god damn it. I always do that. I always do this. I want to add more divisions. That's what I'm looking for. Get these guys into basic training here. We'll have them roll up into Rome. Cool. Now, as Italy, we start at war, and that's something to consider as well. The other thing I should do, though, is come into my government. We do want to, once I get enough dudes here, I want to get a democratic reformer. This will move us towards democracy, and this is, like I said, the goal we're going for. Is we're going to try desperately to become a democracy. And then we can ally ourselves with England and France and see if we can use that as a bulwark against Germany. This may not work out, and you guys please feel free to tell me if I'm being stupid and you think I should do something else. Anyway, let's get you guys. Do we have an airfield here? We do. So let's get you here. Let's get you both transferred to here. You can run air superiority here. So what I'm doing is I'm deploying my aircraft. So my fighters will do air superiority. My tactical bombers and my close air support will both go for close air support. And then what we're going to do is we're going to move you guys into an army. So what I want to do is generate an army. We're going to put a dude on this army. This guy is an army, a panzer leader. Do we have any tanks here at all? No. So he doesn't provide us much of a benefit. Wow. Everybody else sucks. These is a field march, so which can give an increased entrenchment. Whatever, we'll use this crappy guy. And what we're going to do is we're going to establish a front line, which is what you need to do in these games. That was not the front line I wanted to establish. Be prepared that I'm going to click on the wrong things a lot. Here we go. That's the front line that I want. Is that French? That's interesting. All right, yeah, so we're going to establish these guys. Did we actually put them on the front line? Then we're going to establish an offensive line, which is going to go out to about here. These guys are just going to defend for now. The main thrust is going to come from these forces. You, I would like to... We have a group of submarines. I want you to go onto convoy raiding in this region and this region. Cool. And then our other boats, these destroyers, will also go out on for convoy raiding. Because I don't believe Ethiopia actually has any navy, and they can't because they actually have no coastal territories. All right. So the next thing I want to do is, do we have any armor? We do. We have this armor. Can we get this armor down here? Okay, we can't get that armor down there. So we'll bring this armor down and we'll use that to support our offensive. We'll go up to speed 3 for now. I usually run somewhere between speed 2 and 4, mostly around speed 3. Are these guys actually moving at all? They're not. Are you prepared to launch your offensive? You are. All right, let's launch our offensive. So we should be able to win the offensive in most of these territories. We are losing on the center flank, but this unit is being presented with significant attrition. So what should I talk about here? Units have 2 health things. They have organization and fighting strength, and both of them are important. So how do I describe this correctly? So basically, yeah, fighting strength, when it gets to 0, your unit's destroyed. Organization is basically how efficiently you're fighting. So if you're at max organization, you are fighting more efficiently. So you can see these guys are already starting to lose some significant overall strength. What I did want to... So we're gaining 1 per day. So in 150 days, we should be at a place to be able to start switching to some good stuff here. Oh, this is really good. Are these mutually exclusive? No, they're not mutually exclusive. I would still like to get this research slot first. So that's definitely what we're going to be going for. It does look like, though, that Triumph in Africa will... not go well for me. Italy first. Italy is not a puppet. At peace with Bulgaria, is not in affection with the German Reich. Bulgaria is not in affection. So I do have options for not being in a truce with Germany. All right, that's cool. That's cool. I should stop that other battleship, though, that's under construction now that I think about it. This second battleship's going to take a freaking century to construct, yeah. There's no reason to build this guy. Let's cancel you. Oh, we're still running low on supplies. So what we need to do, we need this. So let's trade with the United Kingdom. We need a lot of rubber. America, help me out. And we need some chromium. Soviets will give me that. Missing equipment. We need fighters and tactical bombers, because we're losing those in our struggle here, which sucks. We need support equipment as well, so let's transfer this over here. But yeah, we are going to need to get fighters and tactical bombers constructed as well. We have air wings with no naval bomber. No one gives a shit about naval bombers. All right, so we won here. But we're not making progress anywhere else. So what I am going to do is do the old-fashioned push in directly strategy. Oh, but these guys showed up. All right, so you should join this army, and I'm just going to have you join the offensive here, and then I will actually get you into the advance. We're currently losing that engagement, but we're winning this one here. I want you to actually stay here and help push into here. Why are you suffering attrition? Oh, it's because of the mountains. Oh, and they have a mountain brigade here. Interesting. Let's have you stop your advance and come support these guys instead. We could try to encircle, which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I should bring down some more forces. There's no reason to have these guys up here for now. We have a cavalry brigade over here. We'll bring in you and you to form up in a C zone, unless they finally fixed it where you don't have to do what I just said you had to do. Because that was frustrating before. You did have to manually assemble in each area. Like in a port before you could cross anything. So let's get you in the air. Let's get you on the ground. We'll put you into close air support and you into air superiority. Lacking range to completely cover area. That's too bad. Do they actually have any air forces? They don't even have an airfield, so we're basically only being destroyed by ground forces. Okay, let's get rid of the crap troops and have the main troops push in this way. We're still winning this engagement here, even though it's taking freaking forever. And we're still winning the engagement here, even though that's also taking freaking forever. These guys, I'm just going to keep manually pushing. It's not the greatest idea in the world to manually push troops, but we'll do it anyway. We still got clock going, right? Yeah, we still have the clock going. What if you push this way? That should help there. We're still slowly but surely winning this engagement. Where did these guys come from? Were those the troops that I just landed here? No, they're right here. They're almost here. All right, cool. Still not winning in the mountain, these Ethiopian mountains over here. But that's okay. These guys are landing. That's good. So what I want to do is make sure they're all in the army. And then you guys can be added to this. That will automatically spread these guys out to the front line. They should also be added to the... Oh, they got automatically added to the push, except for these tanks, basically. Which, if in one day they can finally make this push, we'll be in a good spot. I paused for no reason. We are winning these engagements, which is good. These mountain troops are frustrating. But we are slowly but surely pushing in towards final and complete victory. Shouldn't take too long before we're ready to finish these guys off. Good, we're closing in here on these guys at last, which is good. Fucking desert attrition penalty. Once finally in, we're going to add these guys to the engagement here. Let's get you in this engagement as well. One regiment, I believe, is... Actually, you can design regiments in this game. Oh, the remilitarization of the Rhineland. Do I have any of these, real quick, that actually give me a big increase in in this political power? And the answer is it does not appear to be that way. So we're going to get these started. We do have a free dockyard because our cruiser that we were building finished. So we'll get all these guys under construction. That's good. So the war in this game is far more complicated than any of the other games that I play. Just for clarity. Just make sure you guys are all here on the front line. There we go. Then you guys can get moved and make offensive decisions and join assault forces and all that good stuff. We're going to end the episode here, so thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Like I said, please tell me how I'm screwing up. But otherwise, I will see you all next time.